Shalom. Another video giving all praises to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai by Hashem Rakah Kadash. The water Yahweh. Yahweh is the Heavenly Father, which is He is the Be, He exists. His Son Yahweh Shai, He's the deliverer. We need to deliver more than ever. And we always say in the Holy Spirit. And we thank for the Most High for this knowledge, wisdom, understanding, and having the Spirit, apostles, the elders, bishops, and so forth to teach the word. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, double honors to the apostles, elders, bishops, great millstone, much salutations to the brothers teaching word for the hopeful elect, soon to be the elect, Most High will. He said He's shortened the time for the elect's sake. We're in the time of the elect, we're at the time of the end of the world. So basically, hopefully this is fairly quick, hopefully it's edifying. Now, contrary to popular belief, we are the majority, meaning, the nation of Israel. We are, and then you can even account melanated people, opposed to Esau. And when you deal with niggas, they think niggas are just in the ghetto. Well, they know about the rich ones, but the in-betweens and the ones that suffer in poverty all over the world, they don't consider. And the father lays the seed, we always say. So and many Jakes been in the military, so they have seeds all over the place. And we're going to get those scriptures that we got scattered. Now, I'm looking at, I'm getting into more of the Fiji people, Now, and this is partially my perspective as a man also, but I'm going to tie it, the main portion to the scriptures. Now, this is Fiji right here on this map. Now, right here, you got Solomon Islands right here. What is that about? But you got, Tonga Samoa, and we told you that we got many people now. Me speaking as a man right here, why would anybody choose? Now, these are islands right here, and this is, of course, surrounded by water. There's not much land that you see there. I mean, if you went to the physical place, it'd be much land. But as far as, I don't think anybody would choose that to be a home. This is, to me, this looks like more of somebody trying to escape from, another country or an oppressed state under another country, to where they got, caught in the islands, so to speak. Maybe on their way to something somewhere, and they, ran up on land on these certain islands, but definitely not, they would look for a bigger land mass if they, in my opinion. So, my point is that they were, due to oppression and wicked rulership, our people move around, even going back to 70 AD, fleeing from the Romans. Or being captive and transported to another location, just like Paul. Then you got the Philippines. So you got Australia. You could look it up. Australia means, if I'm not mistaken, austere. That comes from that word austere. But I did look up some Fiji names, boy names, and Isaac, Fred, common names, Jason, Thomas, Nick, and then I looked up the languages that they speak. Let me see. And the girls of Vivian, Gina, Kylie, Lily, Sandy, Chanel, and most, as you see right here, the longest one is English. You know. So a lot of people, I remember when people used to say, well, when they see a Chinese person or Japanese, mainly I guess Chinese or even Korean, if you will, they would say an Asian person. But Asia is a whole continent. I mean, you can't, there's many people, different people in in these um, in these lands of these continents. Just like we were in Egypt, but that don't mean we're Egyptians. You know, we don't come from Ham, but we were there. We were captive there, just like anywhere else. So, and I forgot. I think I looked up that word some more too. Let me see. Meaning of name Samoa.
People of the ocean or deep sea. According to J. Store, Moa meaning ocean or
It
deep
just
sea,
means
and the name Samoa
it means ocean. So you gonna tell me that's a nationality? Ocean is a people. The same thing with Tonga and Fiji. They got Fiji water. So we all come from a people, man. We all come from a nation. So Fiji is not a nation, and Samoa is not a nation. Just like Puerto Rico, our people, which are the Ephraimites, it means rich port. We're not, this is our captivity. We rich people concerning, regarding the Jacob's, um, birthright, because he got the birthright. But that don't have nothing to do with being an identity of a nationality. I'm saying it right. So you best believe these people were pretty much, fleeing from an oppressor or a wicked rulership, and a lot of those were our people. Just like I showed you in that video with the Afro. You could put in Afro anything, and we, basically going back to our people in a way. What is it for? Let me get some few scriptures right. Well, let me get this scripture scattered. We are familiar with this one. Scattered among all the nations, King James Version. So you can't take Israel as a light thing. As like a minor people. We're the salt of the earth. We're like the stars of heaven, man. We're like the sand of the sea. You know. But in the scattering, we're now broken up and under each oppressed country. Under oppression of each one of these countries, these nations. It says, Deuteronomy 4:27, the Lord shall scatter you among the nations, and you shall be left few in number. See, there you go, few in number among the heathen, whither the Lord shall lead you. Same thing in Ezekiel 36:19. It says, and I scattered them among the heathen, and they were dispersed through the countries according to their way, and according to their doings I judged them. So anywhere you find, any country you find, and you don't really have a true identity, and your identity it just means black, or it just means water, or the people of the ocean, or the rich port, then something's wrong, because we come from a bloodline. Each nation on earth come from the bloodline of their fathers. which is a person, which is a man, which is a family, which is a seed line. You know, let me see. Even the Rothschilds, they name me Red Shield, which means red child. And a child comes from a man, his loins. Um, so, oh, Fijian people. It's gonna be real short. And it's beautiful women, and they look like our women, you know. Shit, a lot of our women look Asian and shit. Um, you got some women named Asian. Now I'm gonna look up. There's a such thing called Blasian, and like we said, they don't have to all be our people. You know, that's Jake, man. And when they say pictures speak 1,000 words, well, how do you know? Well, the picture spoke to me. Um, Looked like somebody's grandmother. Um, Let me see. Let me get Blasian celebrities. And like I said, Asian don't mean that, you know, it could be, but, you know, people often relate to, you know, them being mixed with Chinese or Japanese, whatever. But and the most of the celebrities that pop up, I'm pretty sure their father, when they say Blasian, um, you know, which means black and Asian, they're talking about their father being black and their mother Asian, which is usually the case. And like I said, that happens a lot of times in the military. When Jake dropped, they had a man. What was that movie, man? I can't even think of it. You know, and it was a so-called black man that he went to. Oh, there was, I think, the Red Tails. I think it was. He went to he went to I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure, but he went to in the military. He went to a place wherever he was stationed, and he had a you know, he messed with this Korean woman, and they had a, you know, baby, and you know, she hid her baby basically from the world, or from them telling, you know, and her telling that she laid down with a so-called black man, because maybe, you know, it was, you know how they are with in the families, and you know, but a lot of times it's gonna show, because that Blasian, so-called Blasian mixed child, whether you know, grows up to be a man, or I mean, whether it's a boy or girl, they're gonna start having curly, kinky hair, you know, features, you know, Negro, but you know, if they knew better, you know, that doesn't justify them uh, so-called being Chinese or Korean, because we got a lot of our people that naturally look like the pictures I showed you, that don't have nothing to do with being actual Chinese, from the Chinese nation people, or from the Japanese people. Um, Blasian celebrities.
Singers frequently
Anne
mentioned on the
Marie,
web include Amory,
and
Naomi
she's a pretty
Campbell,
woman,
Janae
but
Aiko, and
her
others.
father is black. You know, she was born in Korea, and it says this African American father. That's why I said it's mostly going to be. It really refer to the mother being black, because they know the father lays the seed. Her father is African American. Her mother is half Korean and half African American. Janae Aiko, I don't know if I'm pronouncing her name right. She's a popular, artist. I think she was born in South Central or close to close to the hood, if not the hood itself, because she stated that in the interview. Yeah, I lost it. Blazing celebrities. Come on, man. Blazing celebrities.
Singers frequently mentioned
Naomi
on the web
Campbell.
include
I didn't know
Marie,
that.
Naomi Campbell, Janae Aiko, and others.
I have to, which is a model. Crystal K. Cassie. Remember Cassie, that damn Diddy case. Popular singer. You know, she's another pretty girl. Saweetie and Nicki Minaj. That's why she's into. She always do that Asian stuff. She got Asian dancers. She got Chung. She had that song called Chung Lee. And let me see, Crystal K. Another, see that kinky hair. So Jake, this American is so watered down. You don't really see mixed over here, but you will when you go over on the other side of the world. That's why America got. They did a good job with that Willie Lynch letter and all the other BS they be teaching. Education in school, they be teaching one way education to learn about the so-called white man, your oppressor, to to learn how to contribute to your to this America, man, and and look no further beyond this what they call education over here, which is not, if you get true education, you're gonna learn about the world. You're gonna learn about other countries, not just this damn godforsaken country, America, man. You know, now these what do you call it, the passport brothers, they learning, and Jake in the military, they end up marrying a Korean, or a lot of times Korean Chinese, or because they realize that, damn, I'm getting treated like a god over here. I'm not going to go back to America, or they want her to come to America, and they'll have a family, and then the black one be like, well, why they leaving? Trying to and they don't really say too much. It's the so-called white woman that they got a problem with, but more than the other nations. But they act like the so-called white woman. You know, as far as blonde hair, wanting to compete with in fashions, especially in the celebrity world, where they getting sisters naturally supposed to have some nice set of Botox, and they still getting this fucking plastic silicone surgery, whatever, bypass, whatever they call it, man. Like, you know, uh, and then surgery on their nose and shit. Just like some Lil Kim, somebody broke her nose. Get the hell out of here, man. You're always making an excuse for these women to be wicked and to dress like them, man. But like I said, um, And I mean, you can go back to even Afro-Fijian people. Why do many Fijian tend to look somewhat African? And it, like I said, African is another continent. So you can't say that, you know, we gotta, even when we mention Africans, we gotta mention Ham because, we were in Africa, so but we gotta be specific on who the people you're talking about in Africa. Because it definitely says Exodus 11 and I think it's 11 and 7. 7:11, I think. Most High said the difference between Israel and Egyptians, which Egyptian mean Mizraim, which comes from Ham, man. That's a whole different nation than us. So dealing with these countries and especially when it comes to the continents, you gotta, you know, who it's gonna be a mix of people in there, so-called mix of people, or people other than you know the other. That's a different nation because of migration, just like the migration thing going on today. You know, here's some of the um, Afro-Fijians. I know I showed you. You know, um, you got you got one so-called black woman called herself Black China. Let me see. Yeah, they be posing like us and everything. And you could tell. I mean, if you get to see Jake don't get to travel and he doesn't travel. He's not gonna, save up money just to travel and say, you know what? I don't have that much money, but I'm gonna make sure I know about the world I live in, and I'm gonna use this money to travel to. You could save some money to travel to these places, man. You know, and I know it's easier said than done, but man, he wouldn't do that. So how did he know what's going on and what happened? He believes in it. Jake, see Jake, 2/3 of nigga Jake just want to just be left alone, smoke some weed, simple ass life over here in America, and he'll let the so-called white man take care of him. You know, he'll let the so-called white man, treat him like a boy or a baby, and just until he grows old and dies out. You know, and have his children to grow up the same way. That's why niggas are into this foolery of dope selling and gang banging, thinking they doing something, and they ain't even the real mafia. Like the real mafia, you is ordered crime, or I mean it is criminal. How you say it, man? Organized crime, man. I mean they have an organization. They have things ordered. All this random shit. Oh, that nigga looked at me funny and shit. That's some feminine ass shit. The real mafia and real gangsters don't get down like that, man. And you could sometimes they display it in these movies, man. You know. Um, Let me see. Mostly the if you had a whole slew of Afro-Fijian women, they were pretty as hell, and or even UK women, just a flood of them coming here and into the Jake neighborhoods. Jake, he'll be getting with these women. He'll stop selling dope because that's what niggas do. That's the only thing that could make a nigga stop selling dope or gang banging is these women, because he follows pussy all his life. Oh shit, I settled down because I'm getting out the game. You know what I'm saying? Or I've been in prison. It's time for me to tend to my family and shit. And it's usually over pussy. But you tell him some, some knowledge and stuff that he can use for his own life, and if he drops a seed, then he won't even use it. He won't even look into anything. Hey, you need to quit smoking weed. Yeah, I do need to. But when you talk about the Bible and say, man, you should, that's not a custom of our people. They be like, oh, who are you to judge? That's how you know a lot of these niggas, they follow women, man. And they get offended like women, and they get offended when you talk about women. The truth about women according to the Bible. Before I ramble on, man. Yeah, I just wanted to show a few more things on Fijian people. I'm going to mention it every now and then, and more of our people, as always. But, can't be small-minded, Jake, You got to open your mind. So, yeah, to the next video. Hope it's edifying. Shalom.